The theme of the Gospel, the beginning of this new liturgical year, is that of watching and waiting, staying awake. Early on in France, these words of the novice master struck me profoundly. Un moine est quelqu'un qui veille. A monk is someone who keeps watch. Veilleur dans la nuit, watches in the night. Night watchman. Custos quid de nocte, custos quid de nocte. Watchman, what of the night? Watchman, what of the night? These powerful words come from the depths of prophetic history, and they remind us that we cannot afford to doze. By the grace of God, keeping watch at night has returned in a big way to this little land. Ireland has many beacons of light at night. There are, dotted here and there, many places of night adoration, and the Lord wants it thus. The way in which the Lord, in his providence, programmed that should be the case in the Catholic world from earliest times is actually quite interesting. It is around 2 in the morning that St. Benedict fixes the night rise. And there is also no question of going to sleep afterwards in the rule. And so it is that 2 o'clock rise, which especially after the change of the legal hour becomes 3 o'clock, is something still there in the monastic world and is to be maintained. There are deep reasons for that. At night, even nature sleeps. At night, cars are not around. At night, the phone does not ring. At night, there is a stillness which seeps through into the deepest parts of the being. It is the privileged moment, watching and waiting, empty, hungry and thirsty for one word, just one word, a word that will not be crowded out by an over-cluttered mind. And so it is that what has worked still works, and that moment of the long pre-dawn, the upholding of the cosmos as it snores, of awaiting the coming of the risen one, on the clouds of glory, but also in the grace of the hour, is something that is of the mystic order. In an abbey church which is orientated, that is, built towards the rising sun, the drama is lived fully. And when the High Mass is sung towards the rising sun physically, then one celebrates indeed the resurrection, the return of the King of Glory. one is homeward bound. And as the sun rises over the high altar, it brings its store of grace for that day. It will go back to sleep 12 hours later, carrying its store of memories sealed and writ on the book of life. And so it is that each day needs to be welcomed and respected in its mystery and uniqueness. For once alone does it rise over this cosmos, and then forever does it go to sleep, bearing a part of us with it into eternity. But there is more. Specifically, this sacred season is one of preparation for the coming King. We can be sure that if we do this part, the cleansing, the stilling, the calming, the tranquilizing of the heart, then the real preparation will have happened. As indeed that is the case for the day itself. If, on the other hand, by an overcrowding of our timetable, we are not able to know the joy of stillness in the pre-dawn, if all we can manage at night is bleeps and buzzes, noises and many words, then we are impoverished thereby. We are enslaved. We are slaves of technicity and noise. The virgin soul is more easily touched than the overworked, damaged, vibrating soul that cannot ever stop.